Hey team, Browncoat from Koru-Cottage here, and this time round I've got a review for you, Sekiro Shadows Die Twice. It is a game that oozes quality, has heaps of depth, but will be a very acquired taste. So, let's dig into it. Over the last 10 years, From Software games, Demon Souls, Dark Souls, and Bloodborne have become the measure of what is hard when talking about modern video game difficulty. Their latest offering, Sekiro Shadows Die Twice, once again puts controllers all around the world at grave risk as frustrated gamers will seek some catharsis, probably by hurling them across the room or plain old snapping them in half. Now, I was excited going into Sekiro, especially after I caught a glimpse of some gameplay footage showing what looked like a heavy reliance on stealth, and, well, there was a grappling hook. Now, as an old Tenchu fan, I thought maybe this game would be a roundabout way to give me that Tenchu experience on a modern console. Now, in some ways I was right. The movement, the climbing, the stealth, it's all very Tenchu. But From Software have also had some other ideas, which for fans of their previous games will likely love and adore, but for other gamers it may send them screaming for the hills. As this is still a From Software game, so grinding, repetition and mastering of each encounter is key, as is dying, like dying a lot. The setup is reasonably simple. Sekiro, the wolf, is a shinobi warrior charged with the protection of a young lord. He fails in his duty and the prince is taken by an evil samurai who also takes one of Sekiro's arms for his trouble. Now, Sekiro wakes up to find a prosthetic arm has been attached to his body, and with some assistance of a group of outcast type characters, he must reclaim his young charge. As with the From Software games that have gone before, the levels are open to exploration, but the freedom of movement in Sekiro is vastly different, with speed and stealth being a driving feature. The similarities remain, with safe areas only achieved through hard-fought victories to get access to prayer idols, which are essentially bonfires from the previous titles. And the penalty of death is real, with XP and money dissolving away on every death. Now, leveling up of skills, combination of potions, buffs at the right time, and mastering the combat mechanics are crucial to push on in Sekiro. Unlike the Souls games, there are no builds or RPG elements to suit your preferred playstyle, which some Souls fans may balk at. Sekiro has a simple combat system that won't allow turtling up and rolling out for counters, things like that. This title requires you to go toe to toe with perfectly timed parries. Parry, 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 or die. The two systems working in combat are vitality, which is health, and posture. Now, posture is like endurance. The goal is to get an enemy's posture meter maxed out, so then a killing blow can be made to do significant damage to vitality. The posture meter fills slowly if you attack, but to make a real dent in it, you have to perfectly parry the enemy attacks. In this combat system, they ask the gamers to put all on the line. With minor enemies, it's not such a big deal. If you miss timing, sure, you take a hit, you lose a bit of health, but you can soldier on. However, the same is expected with bosses. That is, stand there, gamble your life on your skill to hit that left bumper at the right time to parry. No pressure, because if you miss that narrow window of hitting that parry, 1 or 2 hits, you're dead. Like, it has that brutality of a Souls or a Bloodborne game. Now, the prosthetic arm, which allows you to do the grappling across the maps and zipping around, also has various upgrades that can assist in the counters. But trial and error is the name of the game, just like Souls. Some arm upgrades help with beasts, some break shields, and others even do fire damage, but they're only an assist. Nothing can shortcut the core combat mechanic of standing in front of certain death and timing a parry. So, no pressure. I so wanted to like Sekiro. I so did. The dark, mystic, feudal Japan setting, the movement, the stealth, particularly the stealth on the minor enemies, was just like Tenchu Stealth Assassins of 1998 on the PlayStation 1. Like, it just looked like a pretty version of that. But the brutal boss fight difficulty and the unabashed penalty on death and the gamer rage that it just built in me just killed the experience for me. And I admit, I haven't finished the game. Look, even the addition of a variable difficulty setting or a prompt to show when to parry, like the Arkham style games, think of it like a baby version of this game, or a baby difficulty, would just make it more approachable for me, and I'm sure I would enjoy the experience, and perhaps it would push me on to try and master it. But From Software have got a clear creative vision, and it is uncompromising. I actually respect From Software immensely for respecting us all as gamers. There is no hand-holding here. No carefully placed objective markers, friendly tutorials, or helpful checkpoints. This game says, you gamers are pretty smart and skilled types, have at it. Problem is, I think I am smart enough to identify and understand the game's systems, but I just don't have the time, or importantly the patience, to build the skills to get the most out of this game. So, Souls and Bloodborne fans will likely love this game, certainly once they've adapted to the much faster movement speed. But if you bounced off the previous From Software titles due to the level of controller snapping difficulty, then Sekiro Shadows Die Twice is not here to change your mind, I'm afraid. It's a wonderful game, but it's niche and you've got to have the patience of a saint. So anyway, that's enough from me. Hope you enjoyed the review. Please swing past Koru-Cottage.com to check out our other coverage, and maybe think about a bit of a like or a subscribe. That'd be awesome. Thanks very much.